Ronan. Are you watching a Chesticle Podcast? Yes, you are.
Hello and welcome back. We've had some crisps. We've enjoyed our god tier crisps. They were pretty good.
Diet Pepsi. Oh, you bastard!
Some drink.
What?
You lied to us.
Okay, what? How did I lie?
He said you had Coke.
Instead, he's got Diet
We
Pepsi, cherry
It's
Pepsi.
Pepsi Max. It's okay.
It's
did.
Diet,
I-
though.
It's not diet.
Pepsi
It's
Max.
Pepsi. Yeah.
No
it's
sugar.
not like Diet Coke. It's not like shitty Pepsi. This is actually a better Pepsi.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
You see,
I'll
we
still
did
drink it for now. I don't want to be rude, but.
We did have Coke, but that's my mum's Coke. She told me.
It's just because every time it's diet, the sweetness overpowers everything. There's no other flavour. It's just sweeteners.
I like sweet drinks. I prefer.
Not sweet drinks, sweeteners
Yeah,
like the
They're
fake
alright. Yeah, they're alright.
sugar.
I prefer Pepsi Max to Coca-Cola.
Next time I'll get you a bloody what's it to me?
Syrup.
Sprite.
Don't get me Sprite.
I don't think I'd
Sprite's
like
Sprite's
good.
wank as well. This is why next episode
Sprite
has
or
to be
7-Up.
We have
Sprite. So save it for the next episode.
next episode. We'll probably do a drink tier list. Probably.
Maybe.
But anyway, Ronan.
Mm.
It's time for a little old Ronnie boy
Yep.
to announce he's gay.
Fuck off.
His dreams.
Which one? Do you want like a few of them or just one?
What do you think?
The last one I had wasn't very long. There's like 2 things about it that I remember.
Oh, well, tell us your last one, and if it's not long, tell us another.
Well, all I remember is that I was back in high school
Oh,
in art, and I can't really remember who was there, but I remember just like talking to a few people who were sat down drawing, you know, like art, like
Speak
how
up.
art is. And all I remember is like leaving there, and then someone picked up this worm, and it was a big worm. It was like like the size of your finger. And
Not very big.
Well,
Not big at all.
no, I mean like the width as well.
It was a
Like,
chunky worm.
A chunky
a
worm.
big fat blobby worm.
Yeah.
I was expecting like huge. Like,
No, it wasn't
Yeah,
huge.
A George worm.
No, it wasn't a George worm. But it was a chunky worm, and it was like you could see through it, and you could see tons of like little worms.
Ugh.
Ugh.
It was like really weird, and they were all wriggly and.
Did you take a bite?
No, someone picked up this worm. They weren't even like confused by it. They were just like, "Oh, look at this worm, dude." But it fucking exploded. And it was like it had like red blood
Why?
and shit. And it was nasty.
Why did it explode?
I don't know.
It just
Yeah.
went.
It,
Taliban.
it like burst basically.
Taliban.
But
worm.
all the like little worms like died, and all of them like spurted out red blood. And that's honestly all I can remember.
All right. Well, that's a good dream.
Do you want me to say the one about the
Remember another one.
the guy with the squashed head?
Yeah, let's go on, man.
It's interesting. Go
Am I
on.
allowed to include?
Who?
Oh, don't mention his name.
Just say
Hashid.
Hashid.
Everyone will know who we're on
Harish.
about. Just
Harish.
don't give his real name.
Harish.
Harish, yeah.
Right. So I was at this party. It was kind of it was a party. But Harish came in with a few of his friends, and it's really weird because he was like bigger than he is in real life.
Fatter.
Yeah, a bit
Oh,
fatter.
oh, you mean like
a bit-
enlarged? Like
It
he's
was like
actually
it
a
was
bigger
tall.
person.
It was taller, but it was a bit fatter, but
Bit
also more
podgy.
muscly.
Yeah.
You described him last time as just being a Chad meme, but with
Yeah, he was.
Hashid's
He
face.
was. He was. He had a proper Chad jaw, and it was really weird. And I remember, like, he threatened me and said, "Come back to high school for some shit." I don't know. He like literally held me.
That
up
is a
against-
threat.
He literally held me up against a fucking wall, saying, "You need to come back into high school like right now." Like, well, next week you better be in high school. I don't know why, because we were all older.
Terrifying.
We were like 20,
You better be nice, boy.
Like, I know I'm 18 now, but we were all older. But basically, his friends, they were all midgets. They were tiny.
Oh, Ronan, can't be saying that word on the podcast.
Fuck you, midgets. They were literally all like tiny, and it was strange. He had like 5 of them, like surrounding him.
Were they all identical?
No, they weren't identical. That would have been brilliant. What?
Well, what other 2?
What do you mean? Where are the other 2? It was
7 dwarfs. That's still banging Snow White.
That doesn't add up because there's Harish, and oh wait, never mind.
It does add up.
Yeah, because there's one's the Chad Harish.
Chad Harish.
I went into another room, and then some other guy who knew him but wasn't one of his like closest friends, one of his like top midgets, because he wasn't that much of a midget.
Top midgets. Yeah, midgets tier list.
Midgets tier list.
Well, I mean, he had like a little gang of midgets, didn't he?
Top midge.
But this guy, he came in, and it was really weird because it was like he had he looked like a walking scab, right?
What does that mean?
It was his head was like all yellowy and infected and shit.
He was
Weird.
He was a walking scab.
Right, and he like the front of his head was like squashed. It was like
compressed.
Yeah, it was like it was compressed, like down to the near his eyebrows. Like, he had no forehead at all.
Okay.
And then it basically just had like a flat head up until like his hairline.
If you don't understand, guys, Thomas will do an artistic rendition for the
podcast. And then it just like went a bit back, but not very much. It was like he had a bigger back of his head.
I saw a video where a guy had like, I don't know what had happened to him. I think he was in a car crash or something. That's usually what happens when someone's injured.
Mm-hmm.
His head were like, basically what you're saying, the front of it were flat and then the back of it were normal.
Mm.
And it was like, don't do this, kids.
Yeah, it's probably something like that, to be honest. It's really hard to describe it. It's strange. But
he didn't look like a fucking scab, whatever that means.
His head was all like infected and yellow and scabby.
He
was a walking scab. It was strange. And
like
also
Albert.
it was... I don't know. Also, he was pretty drunk as well, and he was saying, like, don't mind Harish, he won't do shit. And that's honestly all I can remember. He passed out near a fridge. I don't know why he was a fridge, but he passed out near a fridge, and I don't know if he like knocked his head or whatever, but yeah.
How did this sound? Did this sound like? Mew, don't mind Hashid. He's not gonna do shit. With that. Don't mind Hashid. He's not gonna do shit.
More like that, and it was strange.
Do it.
Coming from like
You do it. No, you do the voice.
You do the imitation.
Go on.
I can't fucking remember.
Yeah, but do what Regan did.
No.
It'll be interesting to listen to on the podcast. The listeners, they need it.
What? Don't mind Harish.
Yeah! You did it.
That's all I can remember. I can't really remember any other dreams.
That's brilliant.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, there was a group of people and
in a dream.
Yeah, they were like sort of like a celebrity family, like a really well-known family, and they were like really posh and shit and rich, and they invited me to come around with them, like to a dinner or whatever. For some drinks and shit, and
that sounds thrilling.
Yeah, it was alright, to be fair.
5-star?
Definitely. It was like private, and there was no one bothering anyone, and in this dream I recalled a memory of seeing them before I actually knew them, like saying that they were going away for a while.
They were kind of like famous celebrities. A big celebrity family.
Yes, I went. Yeah, I went to see them, but they didn't know who I was at that point.
Oh, so you just some randomer just showed up to the doorstep. Give me food.
No. Maybe you were that little hobo clown who hid in the basement. That one.
No, there was they held like an event for something. I can't remember, but they were all there.
They just let anyone show up.
Something like it was an event. They held an event, and the public came.
Oh right, okay.
But when I was at this dinner with them, one of them or two of them thought I like done something or tried to kill one of their family or some shit. I don't know what I did, but two of them wanted to kill me.
Oh god.
The granddad and the grandmother. They wanted to
I
kill
bet
me.
she was good at killing you.
They
With a little
they
cradle.
were like they weren't like specifically like being aggressive towards me. They were just like looking at me really, really slyly.
As you would with someone who's
And-
murdered your
And
family.
they were being really weird around me, so I didn't want to drink what they gave me because I thought they might have poisoned it.
Okay, yeah, go.
And that's honestly all I can remember about that night.
That night?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a dream, it was real. That
It was a
night?
dream, but it was at night time.
That's some pretty sick dreams.
They're very good
Me and
dreams.
Thomas have more dreams than
I
Will.
don't
We
remember
do,
them
but-
I rarely remember a dream, but when I do, they're getting more and more freaky. I don't know if I like it.
We do, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to go back through.
I remember the
Chesticle.
racing dream.
Which one's this?
That was the one where basically me, you, and my
Where was
granddad was watching George in his
Oh
bloody-
yeah, George, the racing car driver.
Yeah, in his Formula 1 race, and basically he was going top speed,
I
and
don't remember it.
it was like neck and neck to the finish line, and he won, but he won like really terribly because his car was just crashing. So he was there flipping his car over, but when he finished first with his car destroyed because he destroyed it all. But it was fine, and so he came over to us, and because me and Thomas, we started to troll him, and we got like a bunch of champagne and just started squirting at him, and George was like, we were getting all angry and stuff because we got champagne in his eyes. So then me and Thomas just had to start fucking running down these corridors, right? And you could hear like George just like following behind
That's
us
terrifying.
in his racing car suit, which is like some yellow racing suit, you know, like how Mario would wear a racing suit
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah.
It was that, and just me and Thomas just sprinting down these hallways, and that's how it ended.
What about your fucking, what was it, the pogo stick dream thing?
Please
Tell
tell us
us
a
about
pogo
that.
stick one.
Why?
It's dreams,
not
it's dreams.
good. It's not a good
Tell
dream.
us, please.
Tell
Yes,
us.
yeah, it is.
Did I send it to you or to Chesticle?
Oh, I think he sent it to both.
I'll search Pogo because I doubt I've ever said that.
Pogo 6.
Right. So I found it, and mine's gonna sound more scripted because I've just had to find the text message. So, unlike these guys who are just saying it from memory. I had a dream where I was part of the next Saw movie. Well, it was me and my dad and sister watching the film, but I guess it transitioned into being part of the film instead of watching it. I only got to witness 3 traps. The first one was just jump off a school building. Could you do that one, Ronan?
Not without dying.
No, you wouldn't die.
I would die
Not
though.
if you land on your legs.
Well, yeah, you'd break your legs.
Yeah, but you'd survive.
You might not.
But it's Saw, Ronan. And if you live, then you win, which is lame. The next trap was actually pretty scary in the dream, but now thinking of it is fucking retarded. You basically had to go get a photo with someone else and a pig, which it was set in an open field, and you had to go get a picture of you and a pig, and if you didn't, then you lost. And I struggled to find any, but then Kate Bush, who's like a singer, who I don't even listen to or really know anything about, or anything in general about her. She was just there and came up and got a picture with me and a pig and Peppa Pig, Daddy Pig mascot. You know who Daddy Pig is.
Yeah.
Do an impression.
Do an impression of him.
No.
Say,
Oh.
what's a good
Ooh.
Daddy Pig catchphrase?
He's like, whoa, I've been stupid again.
Does he?
He did. No, he's the idiot in every episode. He's like, oh, Daddy Pig, you forgot to buy fuel for the car. Now we're stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, what? He always says that.
What? Silly me.
He must
We're
have
going
like
to starve out here.
Wait, no,
You
it's
must have like
something else he
dementia or
says.
something.
Oh, it's a... I
Daddy
am
Pig.
some kind of expert at these things.
Daddy Pig has dementia.
Anyway, the third trap was also retarded because you had to kill someone else by bouncing on them with a pogo stick. It's scary in the dream, but in real life it's dumb. And it's true. In the dream, it was terrifying because they just come along bouncing, bang bang, and then you'd like turn a corner and see like people bouncing on other people's heads. Terrifying. It sounds dumb, but imagine if like I was crushing Regan's head with a pogo stick.
Well, obviously, I don't like the thought of that, but at the same
what
time,
would you
That'd be
think?
fucking shit scary.
imagine walking down the street and you just see Thomas on a pogo stick.
Yeah, but I'm coming to kill you. You'd be scared.
I wouldn't. It'd be like I just pushed you off it.
Anyway, that's the dreams.
So, I think we should have one last dream.
Oh,
Should be about Lynn.
Lynn? Who's Lynn?
It's a nice short dream. Lynn, you know his thing.
Oh, Lynn, the Asian man in your dream.
Yeah.
Alright, well, are you doing your dream one?
Yeah, it's a short one though. So basically, me and Thomas was basically at this AC/DC concert, and it was playing Thunderstruck or probably something epic like that. And then we was all like gathering about in the crowd, like all hyped as fuck. And then behind us, there was just a man just sat on the floor,
It was
like.
Ching, wasn't it? Or something.
It was Ching. Yeah, that was his name, Ching. Sorry, it's not Ling. I don't have a script from when I recorded these dreams, but yeah, that's Ching. And we turned around and we just saw Ching sat there with his legs crossed, and we was all like,
the fuck is Ching?
we was confused because it was just this Asian man just eating rice in the middle of his concert where everyone's like jumping about and getting hyped. And it would never happen at a concert because everyone like made room for him and just like made like a nice little circle so it wasn't squashed. But here was Ching just eating rice with his chopsticks, and I was like, "Who's this?"
With chopsticks? Rice?
Yeah,
Fucking good luck.
That's how they do it. But anyways, we was like, "Who's this?" And then some guy just goes, "Oh, that's Ching. That's his thing, really. He comes to concerts and eats rice."
That's not how when you first sent me that. That might be like a year ago now.
How did you imagine it?
You're saying it like, oh, that's Ching. But I thought it'd be like some angry man, like, that's Ching. That's just his thing. That's what he does.
No, he wasn't angry. They was just all cool about it. I was just like, yeah, it's just Ching. That's really just his thing, really. And that was literally the dream. Just Ching, just Asian man in this concert, and he just eats rice. That's his thing,
That's
really.
pretty damn good.
Brilliant.
Somebody in real life needs to do that.
I'd prefer that as a dream than all my freaky shit.
I was gonna do this year for Halloween. I was gonna do like a reoccurring nightmares I had as a kid video, but I couldn't ever be bothered.
Can you stop lip syncing?
I was just trying to say let's move on to the next section because we're rambling at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Which one's next? Oh yeah, it's world problem solving.
Yeah.
Basically, we do movie nights, as I'm sure you all know, and one movie night I proposed 2 ideas, and they were serious, but then when Regan stopped coming to movie night, I just started speaking bollocks and exaggerating. But everyone still finds the first 2 stupid, so I thought I'd bring them up on the podcast. Basically what I'm doing is I take a world problem and come up with a solution to solve it. And the first one, what is it, Ronan?
Language?
Is it language or is it bullfire?
No, it's deforestation.
Deforestation. Explain.
Basically, deforestation is where you chop trees down.
Yeah.
Correct. And we're running out of trees at the minute. So my idea was to cut down on paper, because paper is a lot of trees, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to word it, but a lot of trees are wasted on paper.
Mm-hmm.
And so to do this, instead of using the English language, it was to sort of like compress it down into squiggly lines. So, you know, if you took a page, you already know this video, but I'm trying to explain it to you like as if you're an audience.
This is the language one, but I thought you made it to make communication easier between people, not
No,
because
it
of
was
deforestation.
deforestation. It was not
to save room on a page so that you don't have to continue on another page and stuff like that.
Yeah. It wasn't for language. It was basically so there were less trees being chopped down.
So if you went to a library...
So,
It is a new language though.
So no, it's not. It's English.
I should let me explain it first.
Those books would not be that thick. It'd be like 3 sheets of paper.
That'd be shit though.
That would not be shit.
Imagine opening up in a book and instantly being able to read it all. That's a bit wank.
It's not a bit wank.
Imagine, I'll buy these books for the police boss. I'm done with it now.
So, I'm guessing you're going to want me to do drawings for this.
For this, I don't think you can.
I can't really, that's why...
I'll ask...
just fucking scribble.
Right, so, instead of the English language, which we all know is like 26, is it 26?
Alphabet letters, yeah.
Letters, they're just symbols, basically. We'd have... if you scribble on a page, because this language doesn't exist, well, it's just another formation of the English language, because it'd still be read in English. Instead of writing letters, you'd sort of do one continuous line, and the gaps would be your paragraphs, or words, or whatever.
Mental.
It's not mental.
It is mental.
It is not mental. Come on.
That's...
And so once you've done your scribble, but it would be calculated. It wouldn't be random scribbling, but because it doesn't exist, we'll just do it a random one. And
So what, you can't be bothered calculating itself, so what makes you think other people could?
because it don't exist, there's
You'd
no
have to
point me
understand
wasting
two
time on
languages
it. It's
as well.
It will never exist. It's a terrible idea because you can't even be bothered coming up with the concept.
You'd have to.
No, I know the concept. I just can't be bothered.
You have to learn 2 languages as well.
You don't.
You do. You have to know English and that language.
This is English.
It's not because you have
English.
gaps in between
Right,
everything.
what happened in England
What?
years ago? We spoke Victorian Shakespearean English and all that.
Yeah.
Now we've moved on. This is just another one. This is after this.
But we're not
area,
using English
era.
letters. We're using a different language.
Yeah, we're using an
But
entirely
we're
new
using
alphabet.
we're speaking English though. If it's scribble on a page, it's
But
still
it's a
the
new
big
alphabet.
brown fox.
No, it's like the difference between Latin and English, right? We used to speak fucking English, French, all that. I think German possibly. I think is derived from Latin. So your language will be a new language derived from English.
No,
Yes.
it's English.
It's not English.
It's still the same.
No, because you're
No.
saying derived from,
Yeah.
but English and Latin are not similar.
They
Really?
are
Ronan,
similar.
it's still the same language, but it's just got a different writing system. Like, in Japanese, you can write stuff with Latin letters, but it's still Japanese whilst reading it.
So, once you've done this one paragraph,
It's still mental, though.
so this is page 1. So
Yeah.
you've done a paragraph, which is a scribble,
Paragraph, which is a scribble, yeah.
and you can read each gap.
How?
So what do you do now? Because surely that's wasting paper if every page is just a scribble in the middle of it. But no, you get another colour pen and put another paragraph over the top of that one.
The lines would override each other and ruin the gaps.
Bollocks. Because I've already solved
Your
this
idea is
issue, haven't I?
bollocks. No, you haven't, because
Yeah.
the same coloured lines.
Do you know what my
Would
solution
override
to
each
it
other.
is? You know.
Fucking glasses.
Yeah.
I know your solution, it's terrible.
It's not terrible. Alright, so the solution is glasses.
What, special glasses that probably
No,
aren't
they're
possible?
like digital glasses
Yeah.
that sort of separate colours out into different paragraphs and then translate those paragraphs into typical English for you to read.
Well, that would be incredibly expensive, and probably
Yeah, but we've got a lot of money out.
probably like 30 people could afford it.
Yeah, that'd be very discriminatory towards working class people.
No, it'd be provided for free.
Why
I don't-
would they when
we-
they could just use English?
The
We don't
government-
have that.
The government would
We
provide
don't, we
it.
don't have that kind of money to be producing.
Well, we don't
No.
have enough money
We
to
don't have that.
provide glasses to the nation.
Oh, it's not just glasses though. It's like
It's
in-
digital glasses.
it's like-
Everyone has a phone.
It's like fucking a fucking £1 million worth of software to like figure that
It's
shit
not.
out. It is.
It's not.
It's all like calculations and shit, and like
It'd be
literally
mental.
It's not mental. So once you anyway.
at the least it'd be like £10,000 glasses.
So
at the least.
you've done 2 paragraphs, but what if you were writing like Harry Potter, and you get to the end of it? Basically, every new page or paragraph or whatever is a new shade of colour. So the only time you can move on to page 2 is when every shade of every colour ever has been used up on that one page.
God.
So
They would override each other, and then it'd be literally just a ball of colour.
yeah, to you,
No,
not to your glasses,
no,
because
because
they'd split it up.
no,
It would.
because the colours would override each other and make a different colour.
No.
It would.
Thomas.
Not to the freaking glasses.
Thomas.
No.
Why not just get like glasses that read QR codes and translate into a paragraph? That would not
that's
only
bollocks.
That wouldn't cut down on
No
any
one can
trees.
draw a QR code.
Yeah, but you can easily print one out and that'll be easier.
No.
Or instead of paper, you could just have like a tablet and just write on it.
Yeah.
And plus, what about all this wooden furniture we have in this room?
Yeah,
The
exactly.
trees won't
Make-
stop.
Make furniture.
No,
you
it's
you
not
could
to
make
stop-
furniture smaller and you save wood.
You can't stop deforestation completely, but it's to slow it down.
It will barely help when you get this confusing,
It's not-
expensive
Right.
system.
Right. Not that much wood is actually used for paper, you know.
Well, there's a lot in this room.
We most places are cutting down on paper because they do shit online.
Yeah.
But we still have wooden wardrobes. Wait, no. Why did I point at that? Wooden wardrobes, wooden dressers,
Yeah.
like wooden
Wooden
flooring.
bench.
Yeah,
wooden door.
shelves, wooden doors.
Yeah.
If you made things like these smaller, you would be cutting down.
Yeah,
on
but what's
deforestation.
your alternative? Plastic ones instead, and
You
we're
could.
running
It'd be
more
like-
out of plastic than we are wood.
It's up to you what
So-
material you use. We could.
I don't want to stop it though. It's a nice little wood grain look.
So you don't want to stop deforestation
No, it's just
entirely.
slow
You
it
just
down.
want.
Yeah, well,
Well,
cutting down on paper is already being done. We don't have to develop a new language.
It's not a new language.
It is a new language.
It's a new form of English.
It's not a form of English.
It is.
It isn't.
It's mental, is what it is, and you
It's
know
not.
it
It's
is
not gonna
mental
happen.
because he can't write something himself and explain it all.
No,
Alright,
why
alright,
would I
alright.
waste time making
Right.
the actual...
You think it's a waste of time
Right,
because you can't
Thomas,
figure it
Thomas.
out.
Only because no one will believe
Thomas,
in me.
if this is a good idea and you think it can be done, write the software.
It doesn't need to be... Even if I wrote the software, I can't make glasses.
All right, you don't need to write the software. Just do like one like little
Plus-
sentence or whatever that doesn't need other colours.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put up an example.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you can understand.
Yeah, alright, so...
You'll have to have
No, because
annotations.
there's more to do. I don't want this podcast getting too long. But George, when I told George about this, I think he brought up, what about if you were watching subtitles in a film?
Yeah.
So I said, basically, the big ball of scribbles would be in the centre of the screen,
That's mental.
and then you'd be wearing your glasses, and that'd move the subtitles off of your TV, like a hologram sort of thing.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That would get in the way.
Fucking happen.
That would not happen.
That'd be
Why?
terrible.
No, it'd be
You
better.
can't
for
just
Brian.
get glasses that will move something to a different location.
You can.
You won't.
In 2030,
No.
anything goes.
No.
Yeah.
You don't just get glasses that make you unable to see something and move it to a completely different location.
If we can go to space, we could do this.
That's literally just.
I mean, it's probably possible because of AR technology, right? As long as like the glasses aren't connected to the TV, it comes from the glasses themselves.
Yeah, it does that. Is there anything else George said? Oh yeah. What if you were stranded? He said, what if you were stranded on a desert island and a helicopter came to save you? Would you write SOS or would you use a scribble? And I said, you'd write SOS. Because if you wrote a scribble, all the different shades of sand, like black, yellow, peach or whatever, the different grains of sand would just confuse the glasses. It'd be
What?
like, is this a different paragraph? Or
Alright, what about colourblind people?
glasses aren't colourblind, so they'd still do it.
His glasses, but his glasses. They change it into English apparently. I think.
Yeah, they
Right.
separate it.
No, they still see the lines though, don't they?
It can split the line, but it also does the modern day English. But as time moves on, maybe we'll drop that feature.
You've already offered an alternative, it's not bad of an idea. You've already offered the English language to be
'cause
used in
there's
these
people
glasses.
like you two who are stubborn and won't go on with the times.
Because you couldn't give up. You'd have to spend like 10 years learning this bloody new alphabet.
Ugh.
It's not even like complicated like Chinese, because at least Chinese have like a different letter for every word.
This
But
has a different
It's
gap.
like a different gap for every bloody word. That's mental. You have to like squint down and look at each gap and like, does that say hello or hi? The gap's a bit off.
Oh yeah, and it can only be done to scale, can't it? That's the thing.
So you'll never be able to write like in class.
You
Like
know,
imagine
'cause- no,
writing a note in
basically-
class. Like,
Because English alphabet as we know it now, you can write A at that size, but you can write it at that size.
Yeah.
But you couldn't do it this one because it's gaps. So the gaps have to be to scale. Because if the gap's larger, it could be a different word.
How would you write notes in class? Would you have to
just have to
do a
do-
maths quiz?
You'd have to do it to scale. And you have to do it. And it's efficient because you can scribble a lot easier than you can write.
That's not efficient.
It's efficient.
How would you manage to
Well,
get everything to scale?
actually, you can't really scribble precisely.
What do you mean?
Like, you can't scribble exactly what you want, really.
You can in 2024.
With all the calculations of like gaps and whatever for a certain word or for a certain sentence or for a certain letter, that'd be a pain for just one letter.
Too stubborn, you two.
Yeah, because we don't want maths being incorporated to our language.
Yeah, exactly.
We just want it to...
It's like a shit ton
Bollocks.
of calculations, and you'd have
You'd
have to measure every single gap while
the
you're
only
doing
people
it.
who need to worry about maths is whoever's coming up with the glasses. Microsoft or someone.
Even they ain't gonna do that.
Bill Gates is always at the forefront.
How would computers
Yeah, and he'll
work?
reject you, Thomas.
Like this. What?
Yeah, how would you like type on a keyboard?
Because keyboards will now be replaced with like writing pads.
God.
So, do you remember the old U-draw?
No.
Well, instead of a keyboard now, you'll have like a big
Well,
writing pad.
you won't really need to write like that on a keyboard because you'll still know English. You'll still basically know two forms of English, right?
Now, yeah, but when our generation's dead, no. Because
No,
the
because you
future
still have to
will...
understand English.
Kids who are moving into nursery
still
won't
have-
be learning that
You
version.
still have to include. You still have to know English
Why?
because the words are in English.
Yeah, you know the language.
Yeah, you still have
But
to
not
know
the
English.
method of spelling. You don't need to know that.
You still have to know English though. so-
Why?
You do.
You don't.
You do because you have like no. Like
Well, very
reference to it. or
I
whatever.
think what you're trying to say is like, because everything's already written out in English, you can't just change it overnight because no one would understand
Mm.
if you didn't teach them the old way.
Mm.
God.
You're
It
very
would be-
confusing, Thomas.
It'd be easier to learn Egyptian hieroglyphics in this language.
Well, we won't do it then.
Thank God.
We'll leave that one. Is the world's problem not solved?
So, leave your thoughts in the comments whether Thomas's solution is a good one or it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
I overall rate this idea 0 out of 10. Impractical. Cannot be done. It
can.
doesn't even help deforestation either.
Very barely.
Very barely.
I'd give it a 2 because the idea, the concept of it, is good, but it doesn't work at all.
So it's not good.
So it's not good.
So
I like the concept, but it doesn't work.
So if he's gone 0, you've gone 2.
So it's a 1.
The overall is a 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
There's still a chance. Still a chance.
No, none of us have said that there's still a chance. I'm just saying it was a good concept, but you failed. So try again.
Still a chance. Still hope.
No.
If I just go home and refine my ideas.
It's like that movie
Completely
Arrival.
change them. Right. Should we in future podcasts so we do more of your
Yeah.
concepts?
Well, I've got to do overpopulation.
Ball fire.
No. Not
No?
yet.
Stop spoiling it, Ronan.
There's no spoilers. What's the next segment?
I think
That
it's the
was-
bucket list, isn't it?
Question for Ronan.
Ah.
Are you proposing it or shall I?
You do it because I forgot.
Alright, Ronan.
Yes.
Elon Musk has
Oh,
tried.
God.
No,
Elon,
Alfred Grand.
Elon,
Jeff Musk.
Elon Jeffrey Albert Einstein Musk
Okay.
has teleported you to his prison cell, and he said, he wrote that on a sign and you can read it.
What, in your language?
Yeah, and in English too. And it basically says, pick 5 things from this bucket list. I'll send you a screenshot to do before you die.
Okay.
So there's 25 things. You have to
Carry
pick
them.
5. There's no getting out of it, and no going to Stoke isn't on here. Image on screen. So yeah, you can have a read of it. Can you read?
I
Or
can
do you want
read.
me to write,
Read.
do you want me to write it out in my version?
No, I can't read
That
it
would
then.
be a little gap if it were my version. Just like,
Right. Travel all around the world. That sounds okay, to be fair. Run a marathon. Fuck that.
because he's got no legs, actually.
Yeah, Ronan's a...
Go scuba diving / snorkeling. I can't swim, so fuck off. Go skiing. I'm not very good with like.
You okay?
I'm probably not very good with that. Learn.
Alright.
That.
No, I don't matter, carry on.
Learn horseback riding. I don't want to ride a horse. Do an extreme sport? No.
Yeah.
Climb a mountain. That depends. I don't want to be exhausted from going like up a really
No,
big
then.
mountain. No.
You're gonna be exhausted, Ronan, going
Yeah.
up a mountain.
Yeah. Let someone know how much they mean to you. I do that anyway.
No, but like in a love way, like.
I don't mind that.
Alright, carry on.
I have no one that I do that to.
Yeah, right.
Fly in a hot air balloon. I'm not very good with heights, but
I thought you were gonna say, I'm not very good at controlling hot air balloons, but.
I'm not because I've never tried. And
Could be a genius, eh?
I don't plan on it. Sing to an audience. Fuck that.
What?
Fuck off.
Out of all of these.
Walk / dance barefoot in the rain.
Why did you put that one on the bucket list? If this is ever going to dance in rain.
I'd walk.
Because I think he's done it barefoot before, because he used to not wear shoes.
Oh.
When'd you?
In high school, your shoes were basically flip-flops.
Oh, yeah.
I still had shoes though.
Not really.
I did. They were just like.
Your
falling
foot
apart.
were bigger than your shoe.
Yeah, but I still wasn't barefoot. I still had like a sole. See the Northern Lights. Is that in Blackpool? we had lights, right? I don't know where it is, right? Where is it?
Antarctica.
What?
Antarctica. Or somewhere like that. North Pole.
Northern Lights.
Not in Blackpool, Ronan.
Where is it? Where is it? I don't know where it is.
The North Pole. Or Antarctica.
Somewhere like that.
Because all I'm remembering, right, is that I don't know about the Northern Lights, okay? I've never heard of it.
But it's just the fact you said Blackpool.
Yeah, because we had lights there. We had like
Go on.
like lights.
Yeah,
in
there
all
were
these-
Blackpool lights every
Yeah,
November.
Blackpool lights. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only
but
thing I can remember.
I
That's
would
anyway
not put that on a
similar to the
bucket
thing.
list.
Right.
That's not fucking good.
I don't know what the Northern Lights is. Okay.
Sorry.
It's basically.
I've
Well,
never heard
like,
it. You can't expect me to
okay,
know.
alright. It's basically like, I don't know how it works really, but what I think it's like a light reflecting off the sun or moon or something that bounces off ice, and it creates like these purple and green waves in the sky.
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's where
Well,
you've seen Polar Express.
Yes, but
The
it was a long
sea at
time
the end,
ago.
we'll
and
go,
I,
That right there, they're the Blackpool lights.
Well, I'll show you
I
that
can't
after
remember
the
it.
podcast.
Yeah, I can't remember it. Publish a book.
In Thomas's language.
Fuck off. No.
Yeah, do it in my language.
If I had to do it in
Tom
your language,
Villian.
I'd definitely say no. But if I had to do it on my own,
No,
it'd be,
you wouldn't. You'd
it'd
say,
be about,
actually, if I did it in Thomas's language, it'd be time efficient.
It'd be
and
about, like-
not wasting
it'd be
paper.
about like certain thoughts and mentalities and
No.
states that you can be in.
That sounds
Um,
cool.
I have done like diaries before, like little
Yeah.
diaries, and I used to do them because I wasn't doing so well, and I used to do it to keep track of like how I was doing, the things I was thinking about.
I used to do them, but then I'd also get bored, like 3 pages in.
Yeah, I'd usually just like write like 1 page, but
Do public speak.
do public speaking? No, because I probably wouldn't know what to say, and I'd be reading from a piece of paper because I can't really go off the top of my head. Because I have a stutter and I can't think of what to say. Join a social etiquette class and further refine your mannerisms.
Why would you put that? That's so snobby.
It'd be funny
No.
if you picked it.
No. Take
that-
up dancing. No.
Line dancing.
Why are loads of these about dancing?
Because we want you to be
No,
a
they're not.
dancer.
Fuck off.
2 of them are about dancing.
I swear there's like 3. Go backpacking across at least 10 locations. No.
Alright.
Live in a different country for at least 8 months. That'd be okay. Act in a film? No, I'm not an actor.
You can be a background character.
No, I have to be the main role.
No. Explore a cave. I've done that before. It's alright.
No, by yourself.
Oh, fuck off. Experience an out-of-body experience. That'd be pretty sick.
He's probably already done that.
That's why I put it on, because I wanted him to explain it.
You know what one of your things on the bucket list should have been? Do the 10 pub challenge.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. That'd be my top.
The Tour de Pub show.
Oh, the pub show, that's
Pub
amazing.
show, that'd be brilliant.
We'll do that, the Chesticle.
Start a social movement for a cause you believe in now.
Yeah.
No.
What about legalising weed?
I don't care. You can still buy it. Do something completely crazy and out of character. That's just me, really. I'm never in character.
Get up and dance and do one.
No.
You're always in character.
Yeah.
You never do anything
Visit
outside
a
your
volcano?
comfort zone.
No. See the Mona Lisa? That'd be boring as fuck. Alright, I'm just gonna choose some.
Choose 5.
5, yeah.
So this is Ronan's bucket list. And we will get him to do all of these.
No, you won't.
Yes, we will.
I'd say 8. Let someone know how much they mean to you, because I don't mind that.
Yeah, but if you're going to pick that one, say it to me now. So we can get it done and dusted.
What, how much you mean to me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were my best friend in primary.
I was gonna say you're my best friend now, but back in primary.
No. We were like always talking to each other. We were like always around each other. We talked a lot. We were really good friends. You've always been a good friend. You have been annoying sometimes, but you've been the one that stuck up for me when everyone else was kind of being a prick and I wasn't doing very well.
I would have thought that would have been George, though.
Really?
George also does that, but he is.
George.
I don't know. Sometimes everyone's annoying, really. But
He's listening.
Yeah. You can't chat shit about George.
I'm not chatting shit about George.
No, we're not.
He's one of my best friends, really. So are you, really, and so are you.
But you put him in 80.
Yeah, I got put in 80 here.
Because of how you were in high school, you were pretty annoying.
I was pretty mean in high school.
I would say probably the most
quite a
annoying
bit in high school.
Most annoying thing I've done, spamming your phone with that picture.
Yeah, I didn't like you for that.
That broke
I did
your
not like
phone.
you for that.
He broke his phone to spamming pictures of this really ugly dude.
Yeah, my ex's boyfriend, and I am not happy that I used to always get reminded of my mistake every day of the week, repeatedly,
Okay.
by my group.
Well, I'm sorry, Ronan. Hopefully
And
we're not
after high school too, and in college, and
Well, just
even
accept
still.
it's funny.
Come on, Ronan, you're making us out to sound bad here.
We are pretty. I'm sorry, Ronan.
I'm sorry,
It's
Ronan.
been
We
years, it gets
we
annoying.
didn't understand at the time.
It has been years. But
We
she is a fucking mongoloid.
Well, yeah, but
So, alright, so number 8. So you've done that one.
I've done 8. So,
So
that's 1.
you've got 4 more and you've got to do them.
I've already done 1. Okay. Walk/dance barefoot in the rain. I'm not dancing.
No, but you've got it's on there. You can't just change it.
Walk/dance.
No, but that's walk and dance. So you got to walk.
You didn't say walk and dance. Walk/dance.
Well-
so that means either. No, you're not
No,
changing
it doesn't mean
You
either.
did put slash.
Slash.
You did put slash.
I
means
didn't
all.
make it.
Slash means or.
No, it means and.
No, it doesn't.
No, it means
It
all.
means
It
or.
means and.
Slash means or.
It doesn't.
It does.
What? He/she doesn't mean he and she.
Yeah.
It does.
It doesn't.
Who puts he/she? You put he/him.
When you're referring to someone you don't know the gender of.
Well, you put. Don't know yet.
It's or.
It doesn't mean or.
It does mean
slash
or.
means and.
No, it doesn't.
or.
It doesn't.
And means and, Thomas.
Slash means and.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Slash means or.
Well, we'll change it. You've
No.
got to
No.
dance. You've
Okay.
got to dance.
Okay, I'm not doing that
You're
one.
mad because he's not gonna dance.
Because he's done fucking no.
I'm not doing that one then.
It means and.
It doesn't. It means or.
Okay,
I'm
if
not
I
doing that.
wrote it, we're going off my version.
Okay, then I'm not doing 11.
Oh.
So I've done 8.
If you can't think of more, then I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it. You can have that one. It means walk.
Okay,
Or... So you'd walk barefoot in the rain. but
That's a
what,
pretty shit bucket list.
What if you stood on a slug?
Oh well, I'll wash my feet.
Alright,
fair enough.
Can still go home. Just have to
Just have a bit mucky feet.
walk for about a minute in the rain, maybe.
Why is that one of the things you want to do though? You could
Yeah,
climb
this
a
is
mountain.
this is your
No,
list.
I'm just choosing which one of them I don't mind. I don't want to do these.
Oh, you don't want to go to visit a mountain?
No.
It's a life experience or whatever.
No.
You know, you said to.
Alright,
No. Right. So
so you've done two.
Yep.
You've done one of them,
Yep.
but
I'm not walking in the rain.
you are.
No,
you
I'm
just
not.
said you are walking
No.
barefoot in the rain.
I'd say these are the ones that I don't really mind as much, but
But
I'm
you-
not going to do the rest of them.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah. that's-
Publish a book. Why not?
Hell yeah.
It'd be
Fiction
more like
book.
A guide?
maybe
Like a autobiography or something.
something like that. Yeah.
The
When I'm
story of Ronan.
writing it means more, and it's a lot easier if I draw from experience and
Yeah. Would you do
My-
it in
my
Would you do it in
personal-
New English?
no, like my personal what is it?
Experiences.
Yeah, personal experiences. I don't know how to word it.
I'd read that.
I'd read it, I'd buy it, and then say you're in debt. 'Cause I bought your book.
You didn't use my language.
I'm suing.
So that's
So you've
free.
done 3. Well, you've got 3.
Yep. 18. Live in a different country for at least 8 months.
Alright,
which
I wouldn't
country?
mind that.
Which country?
I don't know.
Because we could just throw you in Saudi Arabia.
At one point, if you don't mind me spilling,
Yeah.
you wanted to live in Italy, right?
I wouldn't mind it, but I no longer have anyone there I'd like to see.
So, what country for 8 months? Somewhere like US, Canada, Australia, where they speak English.
Maybe US.
What about Ireland? They all drink beer in Ireland.
Ireland would be sick.
Yeah, go to Dublin
Is
for
that
8
a-
months.
Definitely going to
Not
Ireland.
Northern Ireland though, because that's the same country really. Well, it's not.
It
country,
doesn't matter,
but
does
it's
it?
barely
If it's, the
any
same,
different.
if it's the same country, why not go there?
What kind of animal would you be?
You skipped it. He's not even got to his 5th thing yet.
This
Yeah,
isn't on
but-
the bucket list.
No, but just asking because I'm curious.
I don't know.
If you could be an animal rider, what animal would you be?
Hawk, because I can just fly away from anything that bothers me.
Yeah.
What,
I'm
what
with you on
what
that.
if I've got my shotgun?
Well, maybe I want to stay away from people.
What?
You're not,
Maybe I want to stay away from you. Maybe
You're
I
not-
want to stay away from people and their shotguns.
you're not always going to have a shotgun to chase them about, are you?
Never gonna have a shotgun.
Thomas just coming across the country chasing me.
As soon as Ronan's a bird, I'll get a shotgun. Bad timing.
Right. So that doesn't count. Right. How many have I got? One.
You've got. Would you like to see the Northern
Oh,
Lights
yeah.
to figure out what they are?
You ain't seen the Northern Lights aren't bad, they're pretty.
No, I'm not choosing the Northern Lights because
I've
I want
seen
an
them
out-
already.
Because I want an out of the body experience.
What would you want it to be like?
I don't know. I just want it to be slightly interesting. Like I'd want to see more than what I see in my body.
I understand, yeah.
Well, that can't happen. That one. So,
What do you mean it can't happen?
It
Don't-
could, but it's
not
not
real, is it?
necessarily going to happen.
It is real. There's people who
Right,
are
so
real.
that's
the
fine,
only
isn't it?
person who I can think of who's had one is bloody
That-
Marina Joyce,
that's
and
five,
she's a
isn't it?
weirdo.
That's 5, isn't it? Yeah.
That is 5, aye.
Confess your love, or whatever it says.
No,
Just let someone know how much they mean to you.
Dance barefoot in rain.
Yep. Publish a book.
Publish a book.
Great.
Out of body experience.
Yep. And live in a different country. So how much is that?
It's 5.
Okay.
Right.
The toilet.
It needs a piss or shit.
You know where the toilet is, right?
Yeah. Is that what have we got anything left?
No!
Is this how it's ended?
Yeah, it's that Ronan off the toilet.
Ronan's off
Yeah.
for...
Right.
I
See,
can't hold
see
it
you,
any longer.
Ronan.
Goodbye, guys.
Alright, that's the podcast.
Alright, there you go, guys. I don't know how long it's been.
I feel like it's been a very good podcast. Even if it turns out shit and we listen to like, oh, this is why.
Fucking hell, this is going to be a long-ass podcast.
Yep.
We are so sorry. Well,
Uh,
we're not, 'cause it's been...
It's a good podcast.
Yeah.
It's bit look, even if we don't enjoy listening to it, we've enjoyed doing it.
True. These are just recorded conversations. Screw that Ronan boy.
Yeah.
Screw him.
Screw that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed listening. Thank you if you've stuck by.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.